Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk Radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk Radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. I think maybe it's not a coincidence that this happened at the same time that they were looking for the main murderer. I don't even call him a shooter. He's a killer, a murderer. The U.S. Commerce Department regulates the import-export of firearms, along with a lot of other things. And let me back up. There has been an ongoing effort by the gun ban industry to get the White House to stop the exportation, and if they could, the importation of firearms. Well, why would they want to do that? Well, you got to understand, and you always start with this. They want to put all the gun companies out of business. If they can't ban guns, they want to put the gun companies out of business, so nobody's making any guns, or at least cut back on the number of companies making guns. So, about 3 days ago, the Commerce Department puts out a ruling. It says they're going to put a pause on the exporting of firearms, ammunition, optics, and some other things. A 90-day pause. So companies that are making guns in the U.S. cannot export them. They're making ammo in the U.S. They cannot export them to a lot of countries. There are some that still would be able to get them. They specifically said, yeah, but this is not going to apply to Israel or Ukraine. Oh, okay. A lot of people in a lot of countries are going, wait a minute, our supply of firearms is just gone. All our gun stores here will go out of business. People won't be able to buy ammo. To which the gun banners, i.e. the White House, again, are saying, cool. We're okay with that. As long as it destroys or damages the gun companies here, we're good with that. So this ongoing campaign has been waged by Bloomberg and Bloomberg Media, running articles about firearms exports and saying that the U.S. needs to get control of this. We're the suppliers of guns to the world. Well, Biden promised the Bloomberg people, every town, the moms demand, he promised them action on gun control. He hasn't been able to get it done in Congress, although he did have that ugly bill that's unfortunately some Republicans actually voted for a year ago. So they just issued this order. No one has to vote on it. Doesn't go through Congress. It's done. 90 days with the possibility of it being extended. We'll see what it means. There are people looking to see how we can stop this. What can we do about it? But of course, the Commerce Department can just do what it wants to do. There may be a backdoor avenue through funding, through appropriations. We'll see what happens there. I mean, look, these are the games that are played up in D.C. all the time. It's what they do. But it cannot be coincidence that all this is happening at the same time. You always have to keep your eye on the ball with this stuff to go, don't get caught up in the minutia of what they're proposing now. It's like Biden came out and said, well, we have to be able to sue gun companies for, we have to be able to hold them accountable because they made a gun that somebody used to murder people with. Well, Ford makes cars that people use to kill other people with and drunk driving. It's not what they're after at all. Understand, start with this realization and this reality. They want to end all firearms ownership in the U.S. I don't care what they say publicly. When they get together privately, that's their goal. They want to destroy all gun companies. And they know that one of the best ways they could do that would be to remove the law that was passed by Congress, the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, which says you can't sue a gun company for the actions of a third party when the gun company made a safe, non-defective product. What they want to be able to do is sue gun companies and hold them somehow accountable for the actions of somebody they never met, they never knew, they're not involved with, they don't have a business relationship with, who went and misused, let me say that again, misused a firearm. And by doing that, if they can actually get that to happen and get courts to start ruling against gun companies, it's very possible that gun companies would find it difficult to impossible to get insurance. Without insurance today, you cannot have a company. You cannot operate a company. Therein lies the goal. Destroy the firearms industry through the lawsuits.